because actually can speak, that is, because beforehand I had absolutely nothing. It was radio silence until I actually refreshed the page, and by God, something actually happened. Hey! We're good to go, boys. We are freaking good to go. Hello, sorry about beforehand. I think Twitch just died for some profound reason. I actually have no idea why, but anyway. So let's put on the old Twitter. I have gone live for some more of the spring season. Alright, gone, actually can spell. If only. Gone live for spring season of anime. Right, there we are. So, we're good to go now, I think. We are good to go. Right, so yes, as I should have introed the actual video itself, I have, if I say the words correctly, returned today to actually go through the entirety of the spring season of anime and actually deduce what I shall watch, or possibly watch 4 maybe 3 episodes and forget about it, because it tends to happen with me a lot. Recently, as my brain just kind of forgets, like, oh yeah, the anime comes out that day, doesn't it? That's actually happened quite a bit. So anyway, yeah. Part 5 will happen one day, I assure you. It will happen one day. When we least expect it, Part 5 will appear. And everyone will be like, wow, well, we didn't expect that to happen, but we're glad it's actually here. That always happens. That's the thing, that always happens. But yeah, I do believe spring is quite the season, actually, of anime, because actually quite a lot premiering. Like, more than I imagined. I was like, man, after a while, when I heard like all the spring season animes, I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, calm down, fams. Mans needs to watch everything, but mans can't do it. Mans can't do it. But anyway, hopefully it's a pretty good season. I imagine it will be. It seems like it can be. Oh, you do need to watch Pop Team Epic. It's absolutely fantastic. It's probably in the running for best anime of the year, and that ain't kidding. I ain't kidding at all. It actually is fantastic, just as an anime itself. But yeah, so I do believe the top row is literally just sequel. Well, the first 2, I believe, of the season. One's a remake of a manga from the 60s, I believe. That's premiering the place of Dragon Ball Super, if I am not mistaken. That's if. Hold up, is everything working? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Are we... Ooh, no, actually can't spell. Are we good? That's what everyone was like when they found out about it. Because I remember, because what happened was, it's in its 60th year, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, 60 years since it first came out, and each like kind of cycle they make a new show. That's what I read about, and this happens to be the 60th anniversary version. I was like, oh okay, because it's premiering the spot of Dragon Ball Super. That's what everyone was pissed off about. But yeah, so anyway, Duel Masters. Holy crap, Duel Masters. Oh man, that takes me back. That takes me back to the good old days. Jesus Christ. Seriously, Duel Masters. That's an OG show. That's an OG show if I've ever seen one. That's OG. I haven't seen Duel Masters since the first season ever came out as well. That's the first one I actually watched. Hello. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I mean, it was a nice show to watch after watching Yu-Gi-Oh, I think. But yeah, do I kind of want to watch it nowadays? I'm now 21 years old, and Yu-Gi-Oh is not really kind of my thing anymore. I don't know. So probably not. So anyway, yeah. See, now this one's the interesting one. As I said before, and this is I believe the 60th anniversary one. I believe, I might be wrong, but I suppose because it's the 60s. It might have been. I'm trying to remember if I'm going by the right one or the other one. There's 2, I think. My brain's like, is there 2? Isn't there 2? I don't know now. But I suppose it's been going since the 60s. But yeah, this one's the one that's, as I said beforehand, I said about twice now. It's the one that's actually premiering the place of Dragon Ball Super, which I actually don't need its headphones anymore. So that's why I still have them on. But yeah, it's premiering the place of Dragon Ball Super, which is mildly interesting. Because it ended on Sunday last week, and it was actually a pretty freaking good final. So yeah, this one's the one that's actually premiering in its place. It's going for a whole entire year, apparently, so there won't be anything, I believe, Dragon Ball Super related until, like, next year. So it's probably a 52 episode anime. But yeah, it's either going to be a reimagining of it, like a reboot, or it's actually a sequel. I actually have no freaking idea. That's the thing. That's what's kind of making me go, do I want to watch it? Like, that's the thing. It's just like, do I want to watch it to know if it's a sequel or it's not a sequel? I have no idea. So we'll put on the considering part, because it's one of those ones that I have zero idea anything about it. And now we move on to the quintessential show of the season, the quintessential one, which is always the hentai. Because, I mean, boy, that's just it's not literally like being subtle about it either, which, I mean, beforehand they never are subtle, but still, goddamn. Oh boy. So this one's called Sweet Punishment. Wow. Oh man. Oh man. I mean, last season's one was like I can't remember. It was one of the English titles was I can't remember the English title for the last one. I think it was like 25-year-old high school student goes back to school. Something like that. I was like, huh. Okay. These are getting getting pretty particular after a while, and now we've got a story set in a prison in the near future. But yeah, it's a hentai. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. It's a hentai. It's the hentai of the season. Because apparently it's actually a thing now. It's actually a hentai per season. So that's the interesting thing. But anyway, yeah. That's the thing. It's just like they could have gone with any other title besides the word "Sweet Punishment." Like, it's just like, oh no. It makes you feel sick saying it. That's the thing. It's just like, no, please don't, please don't, please don't. I don't know. It's always the quintessential show this season whenever you get the hentai. It's always the go-to, because everyone knows it's the one for the greatest amount of character development in the history of the universe. Even more so than freaking anything else in the history of the universe, but nah. Anyway. Let's move on. So, we got Uma Musume say the word correctly. Pretty Derby. This is the one that's based off the game, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Like, the one that everyone was like, wait, why is this happening? From like last year, I remember. Like, people were going nuts about it because everyone was like, why? But okay. I mean, there's no synopsis on it. PAX is doing it, so it might look mildly nice. But if I know anything about it, no. Literally nothing. I know nothing about it. But I believe it's a game. I believe it's a game. I believe. It says based off a game anyway, but I mean, that seals the deal right there. Anyhow, we'll watch it anyway and see what happens. It might be a good time. It might be a good time. Anyway, Beyblade. Of all shows to come back this season, it's Beyblade, because I mean, it's just like this is a constant reminder. The fact is that I wish it was the 2000s again. Like, it's just a constant reminder. I'm like, man, I wish it was the 2000s again, because that was a good century for anime. But man, yeah, nah. They never get subbed either, so there's no point watching them. They're always fan sub. They're never actually officially subbed. Well, at least from what I remember. So there's never any point watching them, because I can't watch them. Anyway, so Washimo's 6th season. There's 6 seasons of it. I had no idea. Wouldn't you know? I had freaking no idea. Well, I mean, I haven't watched the first 5 seasons yet, so Puzzle and Dragon. That came back? That never ended? I don't know. Wait. I remember that from last year, don't I? I'm not losing my mind, am I? There was a season like this last year. I can't be losing my mind. Probably am, actually. I swear it was in the last year there was an anime like this, done by Studio Period. I believe it was also quite terrible. So probably not. After a good start, we've got one so far. Possibly two if the other one's not a sequel. Hello! So you don't know Gunama yet. So the comedy manga centers on Nori Kamitsu. Actually can't read anymore apparently. My brain is literally just got to the point of not being able to read anymore. So, the comedy manga centers on Nori Kamitsuki, who moves from Chiba Prefecture to fictionalized version of Gunama Prefecture, northwest of Tokyo, and the story focuses on Gunuma's culture. Before moving to Gunama, Kamitsuki only sees that the prefecture has a fierce reputation on the net. Upon moving, he soon makes contact with the people who hold a strong love for Gunuma's culture. Hello! I mean, it's 5 minutes though, so I have no idea how much you actually can do in 5 minutes, because a lot of the time, besides like Lolico, they always end up kind of being a bit meh. It's always one of those ones they tend to be quite one trick, and it's always like I mean, it's kind of a waste of time sometimes. We'll see anyway. We'll see. I haven't seen the first Balisk. Is that how you pronounce it? Balisk? It came out like 10 years ago, didn't it? Like 2000 something. That's why I was a bit shocked that it was getting a sequel. I was like, wait, what? I swear I heard that series from like 10 years ago. I never got around to watching it because, I don't know. It eluded me that whole entire time, apparently. Anyhow. So yeah, I haven't seen the first season of it. I haven't watched the second season either. But I found out, yeah, it's actually a sequel, so there was no point watching it. I can't remember because it's actually come out already, the Magical Girl Boy show. Like, I can't remember what it's actually about from my recollection of it, but it looks pretty interesting. I was like, that seems kind of cool. I'm gonna have to watch that, but I completely forgot to watch it. That's just my life in a nutshell at this point. It's like, oh, that looks interesting, I'll watch it. I completely forget to watch it. I do the same thing with movies as well. Like, I'll be like, oh, that movie's out in cinema, I'll go and see that. I completely forget about it. That's what happens. It's a thing with me. It happens with games as well. So anyway, love makes a girl stronger. Saki Uno is working hard as a part of a new idol unit called Twin. The one she admires the most is Wahiro Mikage, who is the older brother of her idol unit partner Sakuyo, and he's also a member of the top idol unit Star Prince. She would be willing to do anything for him. One day, those things brought on a miracle. Saki ended up turning into a magical girl when she strongly wished to protect someone, but what she turned into wasn't exactly what she was expecting. Aha. Sounds quite interesting, actually. I know the first 2 episodes are already out. I believe they've got an advanced premiere, so I have to watch that and see what's happening. See what is happening. So, Afterlife in Cooking. Gonzo, my boys, you're back after being gone for like 1 season, I think. 2 seasons? Maybe? Yeah, I think it was 2 seasons. They weren't here last season. They weren't here the season beforehand. They're here in summer, though, because Gonzo apparently are still actually going. Which was like, huh? Gonzo's still going? I thought Gonzo got shut down years ago. Because I believe there was that period where they didn't make anything, and it just came back out of nowhere. I was like, oh, what do you know? Gonzo's back. That's why I was like, huh. But it ain't the old Gonzo that we all know and kind of, I guess, respect sometimes as well. Hello! I mean, they had some really good shows back in the day. So I'm hard-pressed to actually remember any of them now. I'm actually hard-pressed. I mean, I've watched some of them, I know that, but I can't remember. I always mistake that Gonzo did Serial Experiments Lane, but I don't think they did. I think there's some other studio who did it, I believe. But yeah, they were kind of a good studio. I was kind of like, they're pretty cool when I was a kid. I was always that Bones kind of dude when I was a kid. I liked them a lot. And also, what other ones were there when I was a kid? Madhouse as well. All those ones. All those ones. But anyway, enough of my enough of me remembering the good old days. Actually, see what happened with this show. So the story centers on a female college student named Oi, who inherited an ability to see spirits from her late grandfather. Oi prides herself on her cooking, and one day she's feeding some agricultural spirits when suddenly a god and the master of the Tenshia Heavenly Inn appears and takes Oi away. He says that due to her grandfather's death, she must become his bride. Oi hates this idea and instead declares that she will pay her grandfather's debt by working at the Tenshinya. Red is skipping, yellow is considering, and then green is watching. That's how I think the color coding goes, I believe. Right, I mean, it sounds okay. Like, it sounds like one of those ones that you won't kind of watch all the time. You'd be like, I'll watch one episode maybe. It's got that kind of feel to it that you'd be like, Is that kind of show. Like you maybe watch like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, be like, it's actually pretty okay, but then you forget about it, and that's what happens 9 out of 10 times. We'll see. We'll put a considering pile. Right, so Ballast I'm actually not watching because it's actually a sequel to a show that I didn't watch when I was a kid, because I don't think it got a premiere over here, or it got a DVD release. It might have done. I'm not even too sure. Right, so space battleship Tira Misu. Oh, white is just white's normal at the moment. It's like it's neither all of them at the moment. It's just like, okay, it's the next show over basically. That's what it is. It's uncoded at this point. That's what white actually means on this website. It's uncoded. So, it's a short form. It's a short form. I was kind of excited for that show. I was like, this looks actually pretty cool. It's a short form. Oh. Man's disappointed. Mans is disappointed. I was hyped. Mans was hyped. So anyway, the human race extends its life field and greed to its vast reaches of space. In space, era 0156, a war breaks out amidst all of the colonies in space. Earth begins to construct a new space battleship called Tira Misu in secret. Just as the war begins, one genius pilot steers a Tira Misu as a beacon of hope for humanity. It looked pretty cool. It sounded pretty cool. And then when you read it, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It sounds kind of alright. Well, we'll watch it. I mean, it's 10 minutes long, so it's like not like it's going to be too bad. It'll be too bad, so it might be kind of alright. Oh, Captain Tsubasa, the new series. Hoo-hoo-hoo! The one that should have been JoJo Part 5. Hoo-hoo-hoo! This show. The funniest thing is, in Part 5, actually a reference to Captain Tsubasa as well, which is even funny when you think about it. That's what gets me each time. Because when we're inside the turtle, I believe they're actually watching Captain Tsubasa on there. So it's just like, huh. But I haven't watched this show in years. Like, at least a good 10, 12 years since I actually watched last Captain Tsubasa. So, I mean, I don't know. I probably will watch it. It's actually kind of one of those shows that you kind of put on when you were a kid. You're like, it's actually pretty cool. I mean, Sakurada Reset apparently got really good towards the end. That's what they said, apparently. I was like, I mean, the first episodes are really freaking boring. Nothing really happened. Apparently the last episode's kind of picked up and it actually ended. Like, I was like, oh. But yeah, I mean, I swear I watched Captain Tsubasa when I was in Spain. I actually was in England, because I can't remember any premieres of Tsubasa in England. It's one of those shows that it kind of picked up more in Europe than it did in England, I think. I might be wrong, actually. I can't remember. I can't remember half the things that premiered when I was a kid. I remember some of them. I remember the major ones, but a lot of them, like, I have no recollections. Anyway, I'll watch it and see what happens. It might be pretty good. It's not JoJo Part 5, but I can imagine it being JoJo Part 5. And actually, it might make it a lot better. Oh, Gundam Build Divers. Oh man, I want another Gundam Thunderbolt. I think Gundam Thunderbolt's so freaking good. I want another season of it, but it's not coming. I actually haven't really watched Gundam Build Fighters either, the actual series itself. I haven't really watched much of it. I watched some of it and I was like, when it was like first premiering, but other than that, I haven't really I never kept up with it because it wasn't actually kind of my cup of tea, really. It was kind of alright. I was like, eh. It was kind of just, It's one of those shows you kind of watch when you need something to watch other than, say, another show that's premiering that season. But, I mean, I haven't watched the first 2 seasons. I think there were 2 seasons beforehand. Like, all the way through, so there's no point watching it, really. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining JoJo Part 5 is actually kind of coming out after Tsubasa, when Tsubasa ends. That's how I'm imagining it to actually happen. The fact is, unless the whole entire thing is actually a massive ruse, and Captain Tsubasa actually is JoJo Part 5. Now, that would be a twist of the century. Imagine that. You're actually watching Captain Tsubasa and it just turns into JoJo Part 5. Just like, well. You just like, okay, alright, I accept it. Huh, it's got a 3rd season. What do you know? I've not watched the first 2 seasons. Oh, here we go. Here we get to the good parts. Well, hopefully good parts. Because why is there a Legend of Galactic Heroes remake coming out? Why? Why would they want to? Why? It's like Hollywood saying, "Oh, you know what? Let's actually remake Godfather. Let's remake it. Why not?" It's just, why? I don't get it. It makes no sense because it's 12 episodes long. Then there's 3 movies I think as well. I believe at the same time or afterwards. So you probably won't see it end. Like you probably won't see it end until they actually release it over in Americas, the films themselves. So you're kind of stuck, as if the film is actually the continuation of the series itself. So I mean, I don't get it, but I'm just like, huh. Yeah, there's just no point. I don't understand it. Some shows you actually understand, okay, they might want to remake it because possibly back in the day they actually didn't have the technology to do it. I mean, the Ava rebuilds make sense because they kind of are a remake, but not at the same time. So it actually makes them warranted to exist. But no, why this? Why? It's just, it makes absolutely no freaking sense. The previous season is like the greatest thing ever. Apparently, I've actually watched all the way through, so I actually can't judge just yet. But it's just one of those ones that, what's the point watching this show? Just watch the original, because the original one's in legal streaming now, so you have no excuse not to watch it. It's there, so you can watch it, but I just don't get it. I just don't. It's so confusing. I mean, I watched it. It actually might be the biggest dumpster fire in the whole entire year. And it might be quite fun to watch. But as for a show actually kind of making sense, this doesn't. I mean, it's just... The same things happened with Furikuri as well. The same things happened. Like, Furikuri's new art style does not look good compared to the original art style. I mean, it makes sense because it came out like ages ago, but still. It kind of felt like a betrayal of the original designs. The same thing goes with this one as well. It looks way too like... Oh. It looks way too 2010s. It just doesn't work too well. So I don't know. It's a one to watch and see what happens kind of show. It might be good. Who knows? But I don't think it will be. And imagine that High Dive will get it as well, because High Dive got the actual rights to the original series anyway, so it makes sense if they get it. But I don't know. Because I mean, wasn't there a prequel as well to the whole entire series? So it makes no sense still. Like, nothing makes sense. Why? Why though? I don't know. I don't know. My hair's actually getting my eye all the time. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyway, Tokyo Ghoul boy! This series. Apparently episode 1 adapts the first 6 chapters. Oh boy. Thanks, Siri. Thank you, Siri. But anyway, yeah, so apparently the first episode actually adapts the first 6 chapters of the actual manga, which is kind of like... Why though? Because some gods who adapt to 2 chapters per episode, it's just like, it's good pacing, but 6 chapters? I don't know. It's period? I don't know. It could be good. Who knows? I mean, the manga's kind of gone into a territory of being like a massive mess, but kind of freaking good at the exact same time. I have no idea what the manga's turned into, but I mean, I'll watch it anyway. See what happens. That's the thing, that's what got me as well, is how are they going to actually fix the fact that Season 2 was a complete dumpster fire? Like, that's the main thing, is, are they completely omitting the fact that Route A actually even happened, but then how does that work? Because Arima takes down Kaneki at the end, so it kind of does happen, it has to happen, so I don't freaking know. But it's period, so let's see what happens. That's the main thing. That's the main thing, it's period, let's see what happens. It might be fun to watch just because it's going to be a massive dumpster fire. So I can imagine April 3rd will be the dumpster fire day of the season, because it's either going to be really freaking good or really freaking terrible. Who knows? I still maintain there's something going on there, because I don't think he would kind of actually like say, yeah, that's actually pretty good, because it does in theory portray half of the entire plot of the actual previous season. I don't know. Route A is weird as a series, because once you actually read a manga, it's absolutely terrible, because it makes no sense. Half the character interactions make no sense. Half of what Kaneki does makes no sense. It's just a dumpster fire. But I mean, if they maintain Route A, not Route A, Re until the very end, it might be really freaking cool to see Kaneki get off screen completely by by the end, because that's one of the best moments of the whole entire manga, because everyone was like, wait, what? Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see him get completely off screen to see how that actually translates into anime. I will do afterwards. Don't worry. But anyway, enough of Re that might not be actually that good, or maybe actually might be pretty good. Because I mean, the first couple of arcs are actually quite good. I mean, I haven't actually kind of. I'm one of those people that kind of just jump in sometimes. I'm like, I might read it this week and see what happens, but then I'm completely forget about it afterwards. But I mean, the first couple of arcs are pretty good. I mean, the best point's with Arima as well, so it's kind of like the best point of the whole entire manga. So I mean, let's see what happens with that point. Let's see if they get to that point and see what goes down. Though I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, so it might be interesting to see what actually happens there. Anyhow. So, Love to Lie Angle. Alright, so, Comedy and a Yuri. Right. There's also short form as well. So, I mean, that's just... I mean, I don't know. It might be alright. It might be terrible. It might not be as horrific as Citrus or what was on beforehand. Oh god, what was on beforehand? There was that one show before Citrus that came out that was an absolute dumpster fire of a series. I can't remember the name of it now. Is it? Oh boy, what is it called? What is it called? What's the show called? Netsuzo Trap. That's it. Netsuzo Trap. That was an absolute dumpster fire of a series. But I mean, it was one of those kind of like, I don't understand what's going on here, why it's being made, but I mean, pfft. Okay. I mean, I think I made it through like 6 episodes of it. I was like, yeah, this ain't good. This ain't good. So it might not be as horrific as that one, but I mean, 5 minutes, I don't think will be any good for a show like this. It might just be one of those ones that it kind of just, I don't know how to explain it. It won't be a good show. That's what I'm trying to say. I might be completely incorrect. It might be the best show of all time. Who knows? I mean, probably not. Probably not. Let's face it. It's always one of the. It's that kind of show you're like, yeah, it probably won't be good. It's one of those unhealthy shows that you probably just watch off the whim, like, I should give it a chance to see what happens. But you're like, nah, man. I mean, I'll probably watch maybe 1 episode and see what happens. Maybe it might be kind of not terrible. Maybe it might be kind of terrible. I'm not too sure. Oh boy, Lupin III Part 5. Whew. Woo. This beautiful series. I need to finish off Part 4 because Part 4 is freaking great. I got to the very like last bit of it, but I completely forgot to watch that. I believe I had work to do at that point as well. I can't remember where I was at that point in life. Where was I in that point in life? I actually don't know. Either way, I know I got to like episode 17 or somewhere around there, but the problem was it wasn't actually like legally streamed at that point. You actually couldn't watch it through Crunchyroll or anything like that, so you had to actually wait for the subs to come out. So it actually was that kind of factor into why I might have not watched it too much. But I believe Crunchyroll have got it now, so there might be a sign to say, okay, actually there might be a way to watch it, like legally now, and actually on time possibly. But I mean, damn, it's a good show. It's a really freaking good show, I must say. Like, part 4 was great, so I'll watch it anyway. Because I think 9 out of 10 times it's actually self-contained, so it's actually not so bad. Oh boy, okay, so Real Girl, Hood's Entertainment. Hood's are the ones that did Hood's the one that did what's his face? Drifters. And also did that one other show this season that got completely like destroyed by production because I have no idea, I didn't really read into it, but something was really going down the production of that show, and it was just like, it was a complete like it was horrible. It's a horrible thing to see, apparently. Persona 5 does look pretty okay, I must say. Hopefully it's actually not bad, because A1 Pictures are actually doing it. A1 Pictures aren't the greatest studio, actually, to be honest. Like, I don't know, it's one of those ones I'm actually really worried about, because Persona 4 was alright, the anime. Persona 3, I haven't watched them yet, but I hear they're kind of alright. But then, other than that, I don't think A1 Pictures do good shows, so it might be a complete dumpster fire. Let's face it. I have no idea who's directing it, actually. Anyway, Real Girl. So, high school senior Hikaru Sui is the quintessential 2D otaku, obsessed with the two-dimensional world that unfolds in his gadgets and books. A bizarre incident leads him into a romantic relationship with the gorgeous Iroha Igarashi, and his days of being wrapped around the finger of his carefree girlfriend begin. Join Hikari as he tumbles through the rough waves that beat the otaku out of him. It's sure to be the comedy program of 2018 that you won't want to miss. I mean, with that proclamation, I believe is the word for it. The proclamation at the end. You gotta know it's gonna be the best show of the whole entire year. Boy, does it look to be the best show of the whole entire year. I mean, Devilman Crybaby was just the start. Pop Team Epic, just the start. Real Girl is the quintessential show of the whole entire year. Screw everything else that might come out afterwards. Steins Gate Zero, Persona 5, all those mean nothing. I mean, Goku Frieza vs. Jiren means nothing because Real Girl's coming out, boys. I don't know. When you say it like that, I mean, I've got to watch it and see what's going down. It might be the best show ever. I don't know. It's also done by Hoods, so I actually have no idea whether or not it actually will survive the 12 episodes. Is it Hoods or was it some other studio? Hold up a second. Is it Hoods? Hold up. I need to find out what's going on here. I need to see what's going down. So, what was it? Drifters. I don't know. Let's see what's happening. Let's see. I believe it's Hood's. I believe it's Hood's. It's Hood's Drifter Studio, but I believe Hood's is actually I believe Hood's is the main studio. So I mean, it might survive it. It might not be as a bad production as the other show I did last season. I believe, was it Hood's? That would be Hood's. But I mean, let's see. Let's see. I mean, if you actually do, if you date and line Killer 7, there actually is an anime by Zebek in there, so it does actually technically work. Anyway, Neko Nihoshi 3rd season. I haven't watched the first 2 seasons. I didn't know this show even existed. So, I mean, there we are. That's my answer to that show. I have not even watched the first 2 seasons. Did not even know it existed. So what was the? I don't know. I believe Real Girl is also done by High Dive as well, so it's High Dive, which is not run by Amazon anymore, so it's actually alright, it's its own thing, which is pretty good. Anyway, Alice or Alice? I mean, okay, Alice or Alice? That's quite the question there, boys. quite the question. If it is a question, that is. Anyway, let's see what happens. So, this story gives a look at the daily lives of a pair of Alice twins and their older brother who has a sister complex. God damn it. God damn it. Them eating meals, getting into fights, playing with friends. Would you like to peek at their heartful daily lives with cute Alices? I like the whole entire thing of, it's like, this story gives a look at the daily lives of a pair of Alice twins and the older brother who has a sister complex. It's like, god damn it, in the first sentence, it's like, it should be interesting. I mean, I don't know. It could actually not be that bad, I don't know. I actually don't think I've ever watched a sister complex show in my life. I've ever kind of seen how people actually kind of go, this is the biggest dumpster fire the whole entire year, just in the background. So, it's 4 minutes long, god damn it! There we go, instant skip. Oh man. I was like, it could be not actually that bad. No, 4 minutes, just damn it all. Damn it all. It might be one of those things that it's just kind of like, oh, he has a sister complex, and it's just in the background somewhere. But then it's just like, oh, it's just their daily lives. It might not be actually that bad, but it's 4 minutes long. Yeah, it won't be good. It won't be good. I don't know. Man. I mean, yeah, I don't tend to kind of I don't think I've ever kind of really ventured into hentai in my life. I never actually ventured into uncharted territory known as hentai just yet in my life. I haven't got to that point. So it's alright. It's alright. I haven't got to that point just yet. Don't think I need to get to that point just yet either. I'm alright so far. I'm okay. Whew. Anyway, enough of the sister complex show that kind of almost seemed like, it could have been good, but then, at the end, just went, nah. I'm fully aware the whole entire idea that hentai is very, very next level. I'm good with the level I'm at the moment. I'm good where I am currently. I'm at that level of, okay, I know the good stuff. It's okay. It's okay. when both moons align and by some miraculous fluke, the god says, "Boy, it's time." I'll be like, okay, it's time. But until that point, I'm good. until that point, I'm good. Anyway, heavy divine unit Pandora. Is this a CG show? Man's watches SpongeBob anyway. SpongeBob is the quintessential show of the year, and also of all time. I mean, it's the show that gave birth to Ocean Man. How can you not watch SpongeBob? It's Ocean Man himself. I mean, sometimes you do kind of unwillingly watch NTR sometimes, because shows will just put it at the end. You're like, wait, what? What's going on here? Why is this happening? So I don't want to watch it, but sometimes it actually unwillingly happens. You're like, oh, okay. No. Anyway, on the day the Xian Golong Sharon's soaring dragon crisis occurred in 2031, Leon Lao was right in the middle of unfolding events. The quantum reactor, a next-generation energy device to replace dwindling environmental resources, exploded and unleashed unknown energy. As a result, the global environmental changed overnight. The global environment changed overnight. Living things besides humans and machines each underwent their own unique evolution, and the BRAI, biological, evolutionary, and accelerated intelligence entities in particular evolved and came into being. Because of them, humanity was driven to the brink of extinction. Humans fight the BRAI with the MOEV. Ah, man. Multi-purpose organic evolution vehicle, variable units. Oh boy, this is getting really boring. 7 years after that crisis, Leon is in the wilderness on the edge of the absolute defense city, Neon Xiangolong. Living with Chloe Lau under a family pact, he conducts his own research to counter the BRAI, the awkward Leon and the busybody Chloe. They live day by day as if to forget the past of the movement. Past of the moment, however, threats unrelentingly draw near. Whew! That sounds kind of boring. Ain't gonna lie, it sounds quite boring. I mean, let's see. It might be good. It might be good. It's done by Statelight, so it might be one of those ones that Statelight actually do come back, because last season didn't Statelight do what was that show called? Hakata, the one that's like the detectives that was kind of like Dorara a bit. It was actually pretty freaking good. That I completely forgot to watch. It might be pretty good. Anyway. Did we hit the what's it called, territory of the season? Like, can't remember. It's that. Oh, we hit that season. Hit that part of the season. I don't think we did. So no. It will never get subs. So no. Anyway, those ones never get subs, so there's no point. So Taro-kun does not fall in love. Well, I don't feel like it's actually a massive kick-off gun. He actually does fall in love at the end. That always happens. Shows are like, oh, he won't fall in love. Falls in love immediately. It's like, damn it. Mitsuyoshi Tada, a boy who has never known love, is taking pictures of the cherry blossoms in full bloom when he meets Teresa Wagner, a transfer student from Luxembourg. Upon arriving in Japan, she got lost, separated from her travel companion. Mitsuyoshi helps her and brings her to his grandfather's coffee shop. If that ain't a recipe for love, I don't know what is. Yeah, it might be alright. Matthew the Rabbit. I never get subs, so there's no point. Comic Girls. Right, so Wata Karoko is a 15-year-old high school student and a manga creator who has the pen named Chaos. After ranking at the bottom of the reader survey, Karoko's editor recommends that she enter all female dormitory for manga creators. Karoko's roommates are shoujo manga creator Koizuka Koyume, teen romance creator Irokawa Ruki, and shonen manga creator Katsuki Tsubasa. The girls support each other as they work to become better manga creators. So it sounds alright. Sounds pretty okay. Sounds pretty alright. I might watch it and see what happens. Anyway. Megalobox. Isn't this the what's it called? This is based off another show or some kind of offshoot of a show. Is it Ashita no Joe? Or is it something else? I can't remember. It's something to do with this. It's something to do with an anniversary of Ashita no Joe, and they're actually making this series out of it, I believe. If it's not this show, it's another show. Oh, it's Ashita no Joe. I thought it was. I was like, I could have sworn it was Ashita no Joe. Anyway, so TMS actually been away for one season, haven't they? So JD Junk Dog participates in a fixed boxing matches in an underground ring in order to live. Today he enters the ring again, but he encounters a certain person. JD wants to take on a challenge that risks everything. Yeah, seems alright. Let's give it a watch and see what happens. So, Saredo Sumibito Wario to Odaru. Dances with the Dragon. This is the show that got delayed, didn't it? If I remember correctly. This was meant to come out like 2 seasons ago, but then it got pushed back to now. I mean, I believe I went through it last time. That's the thing. I believe I went through it last time, so I have to go watch it anyway and see what actually happens, and I haven't seen the first. I actually really got into Inazuma 11 that much, actually. When I was younger. So no, there's no point watching Inazuma 11. Plus, it never actually gets subbed anyway, so there's no point. Oh, Hina Matsuri. Oh, the one, the only. The show that I'm actually kind of worried about because I haven't read too much in the manga, but I'm just like, I don't know, because I'm being told by many people it's just like there's too many things going on, that it's 12 episodes long and it won't be good. I'm like, but it might. I mean, it's Phil. Phil had a good track record sometimes, but granted, the actual director of the show is doing two animes this season, which does freaking worry me. And so I was like, oh, it might be good if it was just him doing one anime, but he's doing two. I'm like, oh boy, it might be bad. I'm leaning upon the idea that it might be bad. I mean, if it is, it's gonna be really heartbreaking because apparently the manga's fantastic. So it's just, it was the one I was gonna watch anyway. That was the one I was gonna watch. It's the one I was looking forward to see if it actually was a dumpster fire or not. But who knows? Who knows? Oh man, Katana Maidens was terrible. Like, goddamn, I can't believe I actually got two cores as well. 2 cores! Popped in Epic 1 core. This show freaking 2 cores. God damn it. Life is but really freaking unfair. Sometimes. Oh man, it's freaking short form. God damn it. All these ones are actually kind of like, oh, that's kind of not so bad. Freaking short form. So the romantic comedy follows an everyday life the romantic comedy follows an everyday life of an extremely tsundere, initially aloof and abrasive, but later kind-hearted boy named Atsuhiro Akun Hagari and his girlfriend Nontan Katagiri. Akun's behavior is harsh towards Nontan, with verbal abuse and neglect, but he actually is head over heels for her, and habitually acts like a stalker by telling her or eavesdropping Nontan. Nontan is oblivious to Akun's stalker ways and thinks his actions are cute. Freaking what? Freaking what? What? I'm confused now. Wait, what? Okay. What? Okay. But yeah, it's a short form, so no. Oh no, that's considering. I don't really like short forms that much because there's nothing you can really compact into into 5 minutes. I mean, 15 you probably could, 12 possibly, but 5 no. And also the description kind of doesn't look that good either. I mean, I didn't look at the description beforehand. I was like, ah, it looks kind of cute. And you read the description like, oh. So yeah, probably not. Anyway, so Gurazeni, Studio Dean is back at it again for another masterpiece. That's not actually Junjiito Collection, which was a dumpster fire. Like, goddamn, was that show terrible? Like, it was just like, oh, the story's bad is the anime bad? I'm not even too sure at this point, but they did adapt Slug Girl, which was like the quintessential one. That was the best one, and they did it. I was happy. At that point, I was like, yeah, I can check it out at this point. I do not care about anything else besides Slug Girl, and it happened. Was it Snail Girl? I can't remember. Either way, this is a story of Natsunosuke Honda, a pro baseball player and relief pitcher who has been playing pro in a team called Spiders for 8 years. The team operates at a highly stratified society where the player's performance determines his annual salary. Natsunosuke is one of the highest paid players in the game. He measures how good players are by how much money they make. He intends to be the top and stay there. And as such, is always looking for players to challenge and does everything to ensure that he is better than they are. This sounds alright. It sounds alright. I haven't watched the first 2 seasons. So those ones are out of the picture pretty much. I watched the first. I think is it actually like 2 or 3 seasons of Wick Sauce, Wick Sauce, I think is how you pronounce it. Is it 2 seasons? Or was it 1? Was it 3 seasons? I can't remember, but it's one of the 2. Oh crap! Magical Girl's site. Freaking horror, psychological, supernatural, the tri-freaking vector of good stuff. That always leads to terrible stuff in the end. Ho-ho-ho! Oh boys, you got my attention. You got my attention. You got me. You got me a horror. You got me a horror. Man's looking for a good horror anime. I haven't seen one in like 10 years. Last good horror show I ever watched was Shiki, and that was it. It's the last one. Other than that, all pretty terrible. Which also factors into those also terrible horror films as well, so maybe horror just died. Yeah, there's some good horror films out there, but just not that many anymore. Mans is depressed, as they say. Mans is depressed. So, Asagiri Aya, girl bullied at school and at home. One day, an eerie website, Maho Sojo site, flashes on her computer screen and welcomes her to the Maho Sojo world. Oh, it's one of those shows. Oh, it's one of those shows. Okay, it makes sense. I was gonna say, I was like, oh, that seems interesting. Oh. I mean, it could be good because a lot of these shows do tend to lean to being like, that's actually kind of alright, because there's no show like Madoka Magica that does like magical girls and freaking like, oh my god, what the F is going on here, as well as that show, but it might be good. It might be alright. I freaking love horror. It's my favourite genre. One of my favourite films of all time is a horror film. So it's one of those things. I'm an aficionado of it. It's why I don't like to see it get completely desecrated. I'm one of those people. I'm a purist of the horror genre. I hate to see it I hate to see it in a state it's already in. That's why you get certain films. It's like, oh, that's actually really freaking good. It's not scary, but it's a good horror film. If there's anything, I'm desensitized to most things nowadays anyway, so nothing really scares me. So it's just like, eh. That's one of those people that just sat there and just, it's one of those people that sat there and read Uzumaki and stuff like that. I was like, this is actually not that scary. It's just kind of, it's like unnerving, but nothing more than that. Freaking Future Card Buddy Fight. This show is still going. Holy crap. And when it first actually came out, I actually watched some of it. It was actually pretty good when I was like, way younger. Was I like 15 when it first came out, I believe? I'm 21 now, so damn. It was actually pretty alright, but there's too many. It's too many. It's freaking too many. Oh, My Hero Academia Season 3. Oh, the quintessential one. The replacement for Dragon Ball Super. I guess. How people call it nowadays, which is like, no. No, it was a good show beforehand. Just, I'm always kind of a bit like, I have an extremely love-hate relationship with the show itself. I don't think it's the best thing ever, but I think it's kind of alright. I kind of enjoy it. It's one of those ones I put on sometimes, be like, I like it. And I'm just like, oh, Bakugo is back, damn it. Yeah, Bakugo is kind of the worst character there in my eyes. I don't know why, it's just, I wish they would calm him down slightly. Like, I know it's his character, but it's just like, He's not as bad as Mineta. Mineta's the worst character there, like, goddamn. He pains me. But Bakugo is just kind of like, ew, please boy, please boy, please boy. I like him when he's actually kind of like, when they're actually exploring his character, it's actually kind of great. His character's actually really freaking good. But when they just don't do that, it's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's season 3 actually changes my mind about him. Maybe season 2 might also. I'm still actually like midway through it currently. So it might be kind of alright. I'll probably watch it, but I might not be there straight away. I might be kind of a bit late. So just do not worry about it. I might just be kind of slightly later than usual with the show. Anyway, Major Second. Is it a sequel or is it a show? Hold up a second. Hold up. Is there a sequel? Is it just a normal show? I don't know. It's a sequel. There we go. That answers my question. Jesus Christ! 6 seasons? 6 seasons! Where was I? Where was I this whole entire time? Where was I this whole entire time? Where have I been living? I have not heard of this show beforehand in my life. It's on the 6th season. And a movie. And a freaking movie. Holy crap. Where was I? Where was I? Man has been under the massive rock recently then. For the last 6 seasons plus 1 movie. Well, can't watch it, I guess. Ah, Amanchu Advance. I love Amanchu. Amanchu's great. I haven't finished the first season because it's one of those shows you have to. I've got up to episode 11, I think. Because I've got to one episode. Don't know why. I think it eluded me. But it's one of those ones that it's actually really freaking nice to watch. It's one of those ones you need to calm down with. It's a nice calm down show, I think. It's that good show after they did Flying Witch. I think Flying Witch is a lot better. But I don't know. I still love it. I still love it equally, I think. Darling the Fran is extremely average. It's got one good episode. That's about it. Other than that, it's just kind of alright. It's just, I think it's trying to be something it isn't. And it's just like, it's what's kind of affecting it slightly. That's why I haven't caught up too much with it. That's why I don't really care too much about it. But what I might actually do is actually kind of catch up with Munch at one point. I need a freaking nice show to calm down with, because goddamn, stress, mans, stress. So yeah, Darling the Fran's kind of alright. It's one of those shows that I think it's best to watch it in one sitting, personally. Either way, oh, Devil's Line! This show looks really freaking edgy. Looks really edgy. I mean, the man's looks edgy already. The man's looks edgy. It's edgy man. Edgy man. But, I mean, I was actually kind of excited for this. It was actually kind of... I kind of like these kind of shows. I mean, they're pretty terrible always, but I'm just like, I just need a really freaking bad show to watch half the time. It's just that, it's that kind of thing that you have to be kind of in that mindset, and when you're in that mindset, you're like, yeah, I need that kind of show. I need that kind of show. You know it's not good for you, but like, why not? You need to drown your sorrows somehow. That isn't just kind of grabbing a glass of whiskey or something. So, I mean, I'll watch it, see what happens. It might be good. It might be bad. It might be alright. Who knows? Freaking Sword Art Online alternative. Sword Art Online's back. What do you know? What do you freaking know? Holy crap. Holy crap. It's actually also based off the best part of the whole entire series as well. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God I have to watch freaking Kirito for another season. There's a nice little break between Kirito, which comes back in the summer, I believe. I mean, the quintessential thing about this light novel is the fact, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually written by the same dude who did Kino's Journey. Which I will actually kind of find out right now. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, some of the same dude who did Kino's Journey. That's why it's kind of held in slightly higher regard. Hold up a second, let's see. Let's see. Am I losing my mind? I can't remember. I might be. Oh, it is. It is. I thought so. I was like, I could have sworn it is. Yeah, it is. So that should be interesting. Also, I've read some of the light novel. It's actually not that bad compared to, like, you know, Sword Art Online, which is actually pretty terrible. But it's slightly alright. So it might be a good time. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Gotta wait and find out, as they say. Persona 5 animation. Persona 5. The game I still have not finished because it has not grabbed me as much as Persona 4 did. Whenever I stream, an ambulance will go past. Like, whenever I stream JoJo for ambulances go past, it's just, it's a thing at this point. It's a thing. But anyway, yeah, Persona 5. Yeah, it's an interesting thing for me. It's actually not, I wasn't actually that grabbed by it like, as much as Persona 4 was, because Persona 4 is one of those games I just actually kind of, it took me a couple of years to finish, but I finished it still. It was actually one of the kind of the good ones. I mean, it feels as if they're not kind of making it by the fact that it's actually kind of like, oh yeah, it's a really freaking good game. It feels as if they're making it just to kind of maybe, I don't cash in on its success, but kind of just make one for the sake of doing it. It doesn't really feel as if it's just it's had no time. I mean, Persona 4, it kind of took the first game came out in 2008. The anime came out in 2014, I believe. So it's kind of a long time. It's a freaking long time between the game and the anime. This one was one entire year. I mean, I know the fact is that Persona 5 is the most popular, like, kind of Persona game ever. But it's just like, I don't know whether or not it will be that good. Whether or not it's kind of a cash grab. I don't know. I don't want to call it a cash grab. That's the problem. But it feels like it didn't give it enough time. It needed at least another year before it kind of would have been alright to release it. I would have said, okay, I'll watch it and actually kind of enjoy it if it was like 2 years in a line, but it's been 1 year. I mean, not even has it been a year in England so far? No, it has not. I think it's a year next week or the week after. So I have no idea, but I actually haven't played past the first dungeon yet, so it might be worth me watching it, because I actually really haven't kind of played much of it, because again, it didn't really kind of grab me that much. I wish it did, because the style of it's really nice, but it's just, I don't know. I don't think I like the characters as much as I like Persona 4's characters. Maybe I'm too attached to them at this point, in Persona 4 still. I love them way too much, so I just kind of like, can't really get attached to anyone else. I don't know. That's just me at least. It's gonna be an interesting show to see what happens with it anyway. I have not watched the first season or the second season part 1, so no. Have not watched any of the previous ones. It's a short form. I don't think I'll probably watch anyway. Freaking Layton! Layton's got an anime? When did this happen? When did this happen? Where was I? Why did I not know about this? Why is it 50 episodes long? What's happening? Where am I? What year is it? There's too many 2-core shows this year so far. What's happening? Is it still 2018? Yeah, it is. What is happening? What is happening? What's happening? I mean, I don't think it probably gets subbed, but who knows? It might do. Let's watch it and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's a point. I've completely forgot about Phoenix. Ugh. That show is terrible. The first episode was actually pretty alright. But it's kind of pointless. It kind of takes away the whole entire point of the actual game itself, which is actually playing it. Because once you take that away, it just feels kind of really surreal. Because you've got the other person just saying to Phoenix, look, do all these things. You're like, but I was doing that in the game, so why are they telling him to do that now? It's really kind of surreal. So, yeah, it's not a good show. It never gets subbed, so no. Oh, cutie honey. Cutie honey. Oh, boy, what year is it? What freaking year is it at this point? Where am I? Devilman Crybaby, Cutie Honey. What year is it? Where am I? Am I still alive? This is quite the year so far. It's quite the year so far. Cutie Honey. Universe as well. I mean, it might be terrible, let's face it, but still. Tell me about it. It just feels so surreal. Just like, how? 2 shows. And also Cutie Honey as well. I'll watch it to see what happens, because Devilman Crybaby was buonissimo. Buonissimo. It was a beautiful show. I loved it. Freaking the ending was just like, mate, why would you do that to me? I've seen it somewhere before as well. But still, mate, why would you do this to me? Oh, is this a freaking... Yeah, it is. It's the age-old reverse harem game anime version, which always tends to be kind of terrible, because the actual games they're based off are freaking great. That's the thing, because they did the last one was Code Realize, and Code Realize is fantastic as a game. Like, it really is. The storyline's really freaking nice, and the actual characters are pretty cool as well. But then the anime comes out, you're like, but what's the point? You kind of destroy the idea of what makes the kind of the game actually worth playing. So it's just like, it makes no sense. But I mean, I haven't actually heard of Libra of Ni Adamiri. I haven't actually heard of it beforehand, so it might be worth kind of watching to see what actually happens there. But it might be terrible, let's face it. Caligula. Why is there a Caligula anime still? That was one of the things that kind of struck me about this whole entire thing. Like, why is there a Caligula show when a Caligula was actually a terrible video game, apparently? Like, if it's a terrible game, how's it going to translate well into anime? It might do. It's like the kind of... Isn't it like the offshoot of what it was trying to be Persona? I believe. I mean, I don't know. That's why I always kind of saw it as. It was that one that it was trying to be Persona, but it wasn't. It was like, about it. I don't know. I think it came out here like recently on Vita. I completely forgot to buy it because I was like, I should buy that at one point and see how bad it actually is. But anyway, Caligula. In the original game story, a virtual idol known as You performs user input songs and gains self-awareness through exposure to users' bitter feelings and dissatisfaction towards reality. Holy crap! That's when you know you're screwed. That's when you know you're screwed. Wanting to save humanity, which she believes is continuously a suffering, she lures people into a virtual world called Mobius with her songs. She then imprisons them in Mobius, thinking they will be free from suffering in reality, and then all their wishes will come true. The game follows the 9 members of the Going Home Club, a club that was formed because the characters want to escape from Mobius and go home. Well, I would never have thought that from the name Going Home Club. Thank you for that. The game title refers to the Caligula effect, which is a pattern of behaviour where one wants to see or do something more if it is denied to them. Huh, what do you know? I did not know that. I was going to watch it anyway. I knew it was like, oh yeah, you're right. Maybe it was the company in Evil Within. Huh. Yeah. Why is... I know it's not Gynax, but why is Gynax's name there? Why is What year is it? Where am I? What? Where were you when you saw the rise of Gynax once again? It's actually not Gynax since Hideaki Anno is with Kara now, so it's not Gynax anymore, boys. But still, it's something. It's something, as they say. But where were you when that happened? Because boy, it's right there, and I'm just... Man's is shook. Man's is shook. It's also called the Piano Forest. So it's Fukushima Gynax. Because they were only making like shorts beforehand, I believe. A tranquil tale about 2 boys from very different upbringings. On the one hand, you have Kai, born as the son of a prostitute, who's been playing the abandoned piano in the forest near his home ever since he was young. And the other you have Suhei, practically breastfed by the piano as a son of a family of prestigious pianists. It is their common bond with the piano that eventually entwines their paths in life. Huh. Alright. Seems interesting. Still can't believe there's actually a freaking Gynax show this season. Where were you when you saw Gynax come back? Where were you? Right, I've not watched the first 3 seasons of it, actually. I should have watched the first 3 seasons of Food Wars, but I completely forget to watch it. Haven't really kind of watched the first 2 seasons all that much. Jiken Hin Kazuka Creature's Family Days. A scientist couple have been arrested for conducting legal studies alleged for performing genetic modifications on 5 of their children. Freaking hell. The youngest child, Danis, is the one who grew up as a normal human, now has to tend to the rest of his family while trying to find the medicine to turn them into normal humans again. Freaking hell. Freaking hell. Oh, it's probably going to be a Howliner show, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Consider it, I guess, and see what happens. Of course. Who isn't going to watch Golden Kamuy next season? Who isn't going to watch Golden Kamuy next season? God damn. You'd be kind of mad not to watch it. Ah, oh, man. Anyway, Fist of the Blue Sky Regenesis. Holy crap! What is happening this season? I mean, I haven't actually kind of kept up with the Genesis series because I believe the previous season of it, but I don't know whether or not it actually kind of does in theory kind of follow the exact same thing. But it's also a Polygon picture show, which is actually even weirder because it's fully CG, and it's a freaking like kind of Fist of the Blue Sky show. So I don't freaking know, but there is one silver lining in this whole entire thing. There is one thing that makes me want to go, yeah, boy, I'm watching that. And it's this freaking a boy. This man. He voices the main character. It's him. It's my boy. Gotta watch it. Just because of that one reason. I was like, yep. Yep. I'll watch that and see what happens. I was like, yeah, I'm sold. I'm sold at that point. He's in 2 shows this season, I believe? Or 3. Is it 2 or 3? Koichi Yamadera is in 2. Is he in 2? Is he? Does it? Because he voices the police officer in Lupin, I believe, as well. If I haven't lost my mind partway through my stream. So of course, probably won't know what the hell's going on, but he is amazing. He is. He's the quintessential best boy in my eyes. He's just a beautiful man. I love him. He should have voiced Papa Ko in the last episode as well. I'm still kind of really upset he didn't voice Papa Ko in the last episode of Pop Team Epic. Though he did voice Papa Ko in the CM for Batman Ninja, but still, it's just like I wanted him in the actual show. It would have made sense because he had Masato as well, because he voices Ryoji in Evangelion. So it makes sense for him to actually be there, but no. Railroad Crossing Time. The Nimbus manga tells a series of short stories about conversations young women have while waiting at a railroad crossing. What? Why? I mean, go forth, as they say. Go forth. It is a short form. I have not watched the last 2 seasons, I believe, of High School DxD. It's one of those shows you just like, after a while. It's like, can you actually keep up with it? I don't know. It's a whole lot to take in for like what it actually really is. Like it's just I don't know. It's just boobs. It's just boobs, and like, but I've seen it. I've kind of had 2 seasons of just boobs. Is there much point to see 2 more seasons of just boobs? I don't know. I mean, it's got kind of a good story behind it, but it's just like, it's still boobs. It's still just boobs. It's still just boobs. Right. So anyway, we're getting to the end now. I believe this is kind of we're hitting the dank territory of the season. So this one is Roku Hodu Yotsuro Biori. Okay, so 4 men, Gure Sui Tokitaka and Tsubaki each help run a Japanese tea shop together called Roku Hodu. When one of them visits a shop, they agree to warm me and served with tea, and often help with any problems they may have. I don't know. It might be good, it might be bad. Who knows? Who knows? Oh boy. Anyway, so last period, the story of the Endless Spiral. JC staff, my boys, they're back. JC staff are back. So the story takes place in a world where fantastic beasts called spirals are born from isolation. Those who can defeat the beasts are called periods. Haru is an apprentice, say the word correctly, an apprentice period who belongs to the Arc End 8th branch. However, after a mysterious theft incident, there is an economic collapse, and the Arc End headquarters abandons the 8th division, leaving only 3 periods left, including Haru. Haru and the other 2 periods start their work to rebuild the 8th division. That sounds oddly familiar to something I've watched recently. I don't know what it is. It sounds oddly familiar. Freaking of course! Why wouldn't you watch Steins Gate Zero? Freaking of course, boy! That's just the go-to one of the season. If you ain't watching Steins Gate Zero, boys, then what's going on? What's going on? What is happening? It's the best show of the season, probably. Hopefully. Oh man, have I been waiting for this? Have I been waiting for this? As Akihiro says in Persona 3. I've been waiting for this. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Hopefully. So, Butlers, a Millennium Century story. So, comedy and supernatural. So, the anime centers on two protagonists. Koma Jinguji J, the smart and handsome student council president. His elegant smile captures the hearts of women. Tsubasa Hayakawa is a multi-talented and gentle shop assistant at a cafe. His cafe latte with owl latte art is very popular with female customers. The 2 men travel through... Freaking hell, that escalated quickly. Wait, what? How do you go from... Oh yeah, by the way, they actually make really freaking nice copy to... Oh yeah, by the way, they time travel. In the space of just like 1 sentence. No less. 1 sentence. The two men travel through time to fight their arch enemy, the charming butlers, as they called, fight supernatural battles, and also experience a slapstick comedic life at their academy. What? Of course! That sounds absolutely incredible. That sounds absolutely fantastic. Oh, boys. That's just... beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, that is. Anyway, so Hisone to Masotan. Are they actually still with Netflix, old bones? So is this going to be a Netflix show? That's what I was trying to figure out, because I was like, weren't they making like a couple of shows with Netflix? I believe. Besides that AO incarnation, which apparently was terrible. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out, whether or not it's actually kind of worth saying, oh, I'll watch that, and it actually ends up being a freaking Netflix show. Well, we're putting a considering pile anyway, because it might, in theory, be a Netflix show. Let's face it. So, anyway. Wotaku Niko wa Muzukashi. So, comedy and romance, A1 Pictures. After discovering that they work at the same company, a gaming crazed otaku and a fujoshi meet each other for the first time since middle school. At some post-working drinking session, they begin dating. But will it be a perfect relationship for the two? Dun freaking done. Let's see, boys. Let's see whether or not it actually will be a nice relationship for the two of them. We don't know. We have no idea. It might be the best thing ever. It might be the worst thing ever. We don't freaking know. But let's watch it and see what happens. Freaking Yokai Watch. Still going. Yokai Watch is actually still going. They pretty much are. I hate A1 Pictures so much. Ugh. They made one good show. That was it. That was literally it. The one good show they actually made was just like the only one they made. Other than that, it's just... They're just so freaking like, why are they still making shows? We lost freaking Manglobe, for God's sake. I'm still pissed off about that. Yeah, one other thing that's come out this season, freaking Full Metal Panic. Full Metal freaking Panic. Like, oh boy, yo. Well, they made two good shows. Wait, no, Assassination Classroom was made by Diamedia, not A1 Pictures, I believe. Was it Diamedia or was it Leiden Films? No, it wasn't A1 Pictures. Yeah, Shinsekai Yori is the only good show they've ever actually made. Like, it's the only good show. If we're actually going by good shows, it's the only good one. I mean, The Perfect Insider is actually pretty good as well. The Perfect Insider, but this kind of like, at the same time. Upon like, repeat viewings, you're like, it's actually kind of okay. But As Class was actually made by some other studio, I believe. I might be wrong, but I swear As Class was Diamedia. You might be thinking of Fairy Tail, because A1 Pictures make Fairy Tail. It's the only other show they've actually made that's actually kind of long running, I believe. Besides Sword Art Online, I guess. But I might be wrong on that. But I swear Diamedia actually make a Assassination Classroom. Anyway, so Full Metal Panic. Did they actually make No, wait, that was what's his face? TMS. I believe TMS Entertainment actually did D Grey Man. I might be wrong again, but I swear it was TMS that did D Grey Man. Was it some other studio? From my recollection, the last shows that A1 Pictures have made were Sword Art Online, Fairy Tail, Eramonga Sensei, Orinimo, I believe, as well. Orinimo? Could have sworn I made Orinimo as well. And then, what was the other one they made? Can't remember now. Don't worry about it. It happens with me as well. I get it all the time. It's A1 Pictures. I'm telling you, A1 Pictures is one of those studios you keep on thinking they make the things because they keep on. They're basically the same studio as everything else. So it's understandable that you kind of mucked up there because it's just like they are exactly the same as every other studio. So they kind of make the same things. But I could be wrong as well. But I swear it was. Hold up a second. I might be wrong. Have a look. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, July and April was the other show they made, didn't they? Oh, it was Lurche. I was wrong as well. It was Lurche. Because this one was one of the two. It was either Dimedia or Lurche, but I believe it was the Grey Man was TMS. That's the actual Mango. Where's the actual anime? Yeah, it's TMS. I was gonna say I could have sworn it was TMS for that one. That I do remember vaguely. But yeah, Unite in April. I don't think I've actually kind of finished just yet. I keep on seeing everyone compare it to Sangatsu. I'm like, please don't compare it to Sangatsu because they're not exactly the same show. They're completely different, and one is a lot better. And I also just freaking spilled all my water just then. and the better one's called Sangatsu. Yeah, A1 Pictures is a weird studio. You keep on thinking they make shows they don't, and then the shows they do make you forget about. Besides Shinsei Kagura, because it's the only good show they actually ever made. Literally, it's the only good one. So don't worry about it. It happens all the time. I get that all the time as well. I think I had it last season. I kept on thinking Madhouse had a bunch of shows and I didn't do any shows. Anyway, Full Metal Panic. It's been like 10 years since the last series, I think. Like, since like Fonfu, I believe it was called. It's the last one they actually ever made. Because there was Full Metal Panic, Second Raid, and Fonfu, I believe. I have actually kind of not watched all of them through yet. It's one of those ones that I think when I was a kid I actually watched them thinking it was Full Metal Alchemist. Because they were on half an hour apart in England on like Rap Show, I believe the channel was called. So he's kind of thinking, oh, Full Metal Alchemist is actually on. It actually was Full Metal Panic. That's why I kind of actually got used to it. But I never actually watched it all the way through. I've got them all on Blu-ray, I believe, somewhere. So I might have to watch it one day. But yeah, I haven't watched the first 2 seasons technically. Anyway, so Doreikyu animation. What if you could enslave anyone you ever wanted? Well, this comes close. That SCM lets you enslave anyone who is wearing an SCM at a price. One must win over the other at anything in order for the other to become their slave. Freaking what? Freaking what? Freaking what? Freaking what? Freaking what? That won't be a good show. That won't be a good show. That won't be a good show. Oh god, that won't be a good show. Everyone knows. It's a Netflix show? Freaking really? No way. No freaking way is that a Netflix show. I'm actually kind of shocked. Netflix could have picked anything else this whole entire season. Actually went with Doreikyu. When do you know? When do you know? That's an interesting twist. It's a Netflix show. I'm so shocked. Still the best show the whole entire season anyway. Everyone knows Cardcaptor Sakura is the best show the whole entire season. And I will fight anyone that tells me otherwise. It's still freaking amazing. Right, so all those ones are off the grid and we're at the end. Right, we've hit the dank territory now. We've hit the dank territory completely. Right, so yeah. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm done. Well, that's me. That's me. That's me done. That's me done for today. I'm done. I can't. I can't believe it. I actually can't. I'm in awe. It's a freaking Toei animation show as well. Dragon Ball Super died for freaking Butt Detective. Oh, I love 2018. Absolutely love 2018. It's the greatest year ever. Oh my god, you beautiful people. You beautiful people, Toei Animation. You beautiful people. Oh god. Oh. Oh, that's the best news ever. I need to look at the mail page. Mansley's looking at the mail page. Oh god. Oh. 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 Oh boy. This looks beautiful. Who's directing it? Well, I mean, she actually worked on Dragon Ball Super, so technically, it all comes full circle. I'm just. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I won't be able to watch it because it's just like, it's not going to get subbed anywhere, but by God, am I absolutely happy it exists in this universe. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Toei Animation killed Dragon Ball Super for that other one show. And it's just like, no, they killed it for Butt Detective. Everyone knows it. The secret's out. Toei Animation killed Dragon Ball Super for Butt Detective. Jesus Christ, that's beautiful. This is Dragon Ball Super's actual true form. This is. Like, Ultra Instinct was just one stage of it. Like, I don't even... I'm still trying to get over the fact that that actual show exists. It's also a kid's show as well. Oh, man. God damn. 2018, you beautiful year. You beautiful year, you. Oh, God. Oh. It truly is. It truly is amazing. I love him. I will try to watch it. I will actually try to watch it somehow. Oh, God. I can't believe it. It's just... It actually premieres at 1 AM as well. That's the other thing. And it's actually... Oh, it's premiering at 1 AM. It premieres... Wait a second. Hold up. I've got to find this out. There's a conspiracy to this now. There's a conspiracy to this now. There's got to be something going on here. Oh, it premieres days before the actual air date of Dragon Ball Super. I was like, wait a second, hold up. Does it premiere on Sunday? It does not. Freaking damn it. Freaking damn it. I'm actually disappointed. If it premiered on Sunday, by God, would it be the greatest present ever? The greatest present ever. I found out. Oh yeah, by the way, they actually killed Dragon Ball Super for Butt Detective. But still, it's a nice consolation prize. Whew. Anyway, yeah, I don't really watch Vanguard that much anymore. So, to be a heroine, huh? Oh, to be a hero sequel. I know what this one is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I haven't watched the first season yet, so there's no point. Right, that's the whole entire season in a nutshell, really. Right, so hentai. We got the one hentai this season, so that's there in existence now. But we have literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If I actually can watch it. Freaking hell, I'm post 20 animes this season. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, freaking hell, 28, 29, 30. Well, if that show ever gets into actual sub, I'll watch it. So it's 29 technically. Holy crap. 29 shows this season. 29 shows is probably the most I've ever done in my life. And let's see whether or not actually in theory it'd be any good. Let's face it could be absolutely terrible. We don't know. But yeah, that's spring season in a nutshell. It looks pretty interesting. I mean, for that one show, just in its entirety, it's just like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, spring season is saved. Spring season is saved. But yeah, that's probably me done for today. It looks pretty alright, I must say. Hopefully it's not as kind of... Because there was some good shows last season, don't get me wrong. There was actually a lot of good shows last season. Like, a lot more than expected. Citrus was funny. Citrus is one of those shows I did not expect to be that bad, but it actually was. I was like, wow, it was that bad. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you freaking know? But yeah, I mean, goddamn. Will life ever give us a good Yuri show? I don't know. I mean, probably not. Never, probably. Let's face it. But yeah, alas. Alas. So yeah, hopefully we get as many good shows as this season as last, because last was like I couldn't keep up with them because of uni, so it's just like that was probably the main reason. Oh yeah, Vinland Saga. Whenever that actually comes out, will be the saver anime. I do agree. It will look freaking fantastic. It's actually also done by Wick Studios as well. I was like, boy, best combo, best freaking combo. So yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So yeah, that is me done for today. So as always, I have indeed been a driver. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream on Twitch, and you do want to leave a follow, then leave a follow, because indeed, it does make quite a bit. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube, and you do want to leave a like, then leave a like, because indeed, it does make quite a bit. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube, and you do want to stay a bit longer, then leave a sub, because indeed, it does make quite a bit. But until next time with, I believe, this starts on Saturday, I believe, the season, but whenever that starts, I shall be here. Until then, see you guys later. Bye for now.